Hey, my busy peeps, you may remember this.
Yes, good settle, good girl settle.
Well, it occurred to me that I have not revisited the crate training topic. So let's get into it. All right, so, hi Joy, you wanna up? Hi Joy. Oh, they got water. So let's talk about how crate training's gone, because Clover was not liking her crate. It was a real struggle. If you have not seen that video, we've got you. Don't worry, it's at the end at the card. We got you. And a just little disclaimer, I'm a little out of sorts. I've had 2 seizures today. So yeah, if you wanna know more about that, that's the other video I will tag at the end. So I'm just kind of feeling a little out of sorts. It's fine. So she's doing great. It took a long time. It took a lot of patience. She still is not always happy in her crate, but before, if she was in her crate in the afternoons, she just cried and she wailed and she gnashed. Now we're getting to the point where she is out most of the day. She still has bratty moments. She's 10 months old, so she still has moments where she's super bratty. So we pop her in the crate because she won't take a nap and she's overtired. Her and Hannah sometimes get into little scuffles, and so I want to put them up. Sometimes Joy and Clover are getting along a lot better than they were. Yes, good girl, which is good. But sometimes Clover can be a little much for Joy, so we take turns crating them, so they have turns being out. So night crate is great. She's perfect. It's the day stuff that we're still having to work on. You know, we still have to tell her to knock it off. I'm not doing any actual active like crate training games and stuff like that because she has no problem going in the crate. That's really never been the issue. It's the separation anxiety, which if you have a healer, German Shepherd, or I don't know, any of the other breeds that are extreme Velcro dogs, separation anxiety is quite common. Since Clover is a German healer, we've made a conscious effort to work on crate training and doing it in a way where she's separate, so she has to go be by herself. I'm just gonna say this, all dogs need to be crated. They all need to be crate trained so they have the ability to be crated, because sometimes they're at the vet and they have to stay overnight and they'll be in a crate. Sometimes they'll be at the groomer and they'll need to be crated. If you have a dog that needs to be blow dried and they don't like the blow dryer, a lot of groomers, what they'll do is they have what's called a crate dryer, and they hang a dryer on the crate and they'll blow dry the dog, mostly dry with that, and then use the high velocity dryer, or they'll brush them out and use just a lower, you know, what we would use for us kind of thing. So having the ability for them to be crated so they're not anxious, because your groomer doesn't want to stress out your dog. They want what's best for your dog. So having crate is good. Clover's not going to the groomer, but she might one day, and that would be a really good skill for her to have. We plan on getting her spayed. So when she gets spayed, she'll need to be crated. We probably will have to restrict her movement. Yeah, wow. So, you know, she'll need to possibly be crated for periods of time to restrict movement. If she ever has to fly cargo, she'll need to be crated. In the car, it's safer for dogs to be crated. There's lots of reasons for a crate, and so having a dog that is comfortable in the crate is great, which she is up until she's separated. The separation part is what's hard. She, you know, there's mosquitoes flying all around. Stupid mosquitoes. Stupid mosquitoes, leave me alone. Anyways, there's lots of reasons to crate train your dog, but the separation, she has given me a run for my money. Like that dog, like I never wanted to give up on crate training so much than with her. And because I learned my lesson from Hannah, because I gave up on crate training Hannah, and I had to go back and later in life and crate train her, and I always regretted that decision, I've decided not to give up on Clover. So the good news is, yes, she is doing much better. I would say she's probably 90% comfortable in her crate. That's still that 10% where she just may decide that she does not want to be separated. She does not want to be by herself, and she'll just kind of get really anxious. Sometimes it's only once a week that she does that. Sometimes it's a little bit more. But like I said, she's out running around in the yard with us. It's not really a thing. When I'm working, most of the time she's hanging out with me. It's really if she starts getting into stuff and her puppy side starts coming out. I'm not seeing the dogs. I see Joy. Hello. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you got a mosquito on your face. So we're only having to crate Clover a handful of times during the week. It's mainly in the afternoons or when, like, we had a birthday party just over a week ago, and you know, there's a lot of little kids, and some people, we have some relatives that they're not bad with dogs, but they don't do anything in particular. It's the wildest thing. But we have some family members that their just presence around dogs make dogs just go absolutely bonkers. Like, they're not hyping the dog up. They're just sitting there, and just their mere presence makes dogs go crazy. And I mean like crazy, like they're happy to see them. So it's kind of one of those things of, because Clover's training to be a service dog, we can't have her losing her brain. Like, she has to stay calm. So until we have her better under control, and we're still training like we did later in the party. My husband did bring her out and did work with her on being around, like, my nephew who's 6, and she hung out with my sister and I while we did something on my computer and things like that. So she is getting exposure to that, but she just can't be running around the whole party because she's not ready for that. So the advantage of the crate is it's helpful. The good news is it's getting better. The bad news is we're still only 90% there. Anyways, that's it for today's Pupdate. Watch these 2 videos. Peace.